A very good morning, friends. Due to some technical error, there is some delay on our part. So please bear with us. We propose to start lecture within say 10 to 15 minutes maximum. So just bear with us because of some technical error. A very good morning to you, all of you. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. A very warm good morning to you, all of you. And I welcome all of you for this wonderful session of fire insurance on behalf of Mumbai Insurance Institute and Bharatiya Bima Karmachari Sena. I welcome you all. So hope you have enjoyed Diwali. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, so basically, this fire insurance is one of the very easiest subjects among miscellaneous insurance and marine insurance. Why I'm telling you this, because we have got very wonderful faculty with us, Satish Kiradkar. Satish Kiradkar sir is one of the brilliant minds of our industry. He is from finance background and he is known for his teaching ability. He makes subjects so easy so that you can crack the exam very easily. After this lecture, you will get that confidence of cracking this exam. Satish sir is working as a divisional manager with DO 1300 in MRO 4. So and a lot of people, lot of candidates from Mumbai have benefited with its offline classes for Insurance Institute of India's AAA exam, that is for 92. He has been conducting classes, and many people have passed this exam because of Mr. Satish sir only. So I welcome Satish sir for this wonderful session of fire insurance. Over to you, sir. Satish sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Am I audible to everyone? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, audible. Yeah, and is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I welcome all of you for this fire insurance lecture. I first of all wish you all the best for the examination of 13.2, and let us start this insurance. Before starting, please tell me what is the topic of the fire insurance? What is the covered under fire insurance? Is anybody aware? Mostly because most of our insurance is dealt with the fire only. But can you tell me which are the properties which are covered under this? Which can be covered, please? Okay, we'll start. Actually, in fire insurance, all kinds of properties, maybe a dwellings, factories, shops, all these are covered, excluding which are having engineering impact like machineries and all this. We covered that too, but for the fire purpose, rest we will see the difference in fire and engineering also, which will come later on. Let us start. Now, when you are going for the examination, there will be some topics you have to see. Whenever you prepare for the examination, there is always a syllabus. You go through that syllabus, and if you cover all this, so definitely you can crack the paper. So here are some topics which you need to go through. First is general rules and regulations. You have to see which are the rules and regulations by which fire insurance is governed by. There are some perils, exclusion, add-on covers. Conditions, here you have to mug up with the conditions. Means just you just remember the names of the condition, because any of the conditions can be asked by its number. Then there are some policies. Of course, you all are aware of SFSP policy. Then floater policy will be there, declaration policy, floater declaration policy, reinstatement value policy will be there, escalation clause we will study, AIFT sections we will discuss with. Then now some 3 new products are introduced. You all must be aware of that before 2 years, and for past 2 years we are giving these new policies, which are Bharat Griha Raksha policy, Sukshma, Laghu. Then there is a mega policy, which is a IR policy, LOP policy, which is also called as BI, business interruption policy, and there will be petrochemical tariff. So this is your syllabus for the examination. Anything for your examination will come from these topics only. So let us move forward. Now, when we see the All India Fire Trials, there are certain sections which we need to remember. First, there is a general rules. We'll see what are the rules are there by which fire tariff are governed by. And see, in these rules there may be some changes. There is a second section covers with the SFSP policy, that is a standard fire and special peril policy. There are what are the simple risk that will come under section number 3. Now, do you know what is the section 3 simple risk? Can anybody tell?
Dwellings.
Dwellings comes under simple risk.
Shops.
Yes, correct.
Dwelling
What else?
shop.
Restaurants.
Dwellings comes under it. Shops. What else?
Restaurants.
Okay. So, which is non-industrial risk, other than non-industrial and storage, utility, all comes under simple risk. Maybe our dwellings, restaurants, shops, offices, all these are comes under simple risk. Section 3. Is section 3 now important? In section 3, you can see that dwellings is coming under Bharat Gauraksha policy. Then other than dwellings, if we go for the offices and all this, so most probably these are coming under 50 crores. So or maybe up to 5 crores it will come to Sukshma, and then more than 5 to 50 it will come to the Lagu, and then only more than 50 crores it will go to the SFSP policy, which we'll discuss one by one later. Then there will be industrial manufacturing risk. So other than these risks which we have discussed, maybe there can be a manufacturing units. So that will come under section 4. Section 5 deals with the standalone utility risk. Other than this one, section 6 comes with storage risk. So whatever our godowns and all this will come under section 6. Tanks, pumps and gas holders will come under section 7, and whatever add-on covers are there, which we give by paying extra, insured can take by paying extra premium, it will come under the section 8. We will discuss all this section later. So now we'll see some general rules. First, there are
you sharing the PPT? Sagar,
yes, is PPT visible?
Not visible, I guess. Guys, can
Okay,
you just
okay,
confirm?
that's why I asked. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, we can see your video, but PPT is not visible.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, visible.
Yes,
Don't do the full
Yes,
screen.
sir.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can
sir.
go
Make it
slide
full
through.
screen.
Yeah, is it visible fully?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is visible but not full screen.
I showed 1 second. I will do it again.
Satish sir, you start slideshow.
Yeah.
So you start slideshow.
Yeah, I started.
Achha,
I
you have
started. It is showing on my screen.
Okay.
It is. Is it? I think. 1 sec. Let me change it. I will stop it and present it again. I will present it again.
You can press F5 once you start the PPT. Just try that one. F5.
Okay. Okay, I will do. I will not
So
share
this is, I
window.
think,
I will
PDF
share
format.
enter. No, it's in
I
OD
think
format.
OD format. Then no problem. I think OD format view में
I
जाके
think I
करना
will
पड़ेगा, I think.
I will do this one. I will share entire this.
Or else it's okay. The current format is also okay. No problem.
So continue your lecture. We will share PPT.
No, just
afterwards.
it will start now. I hope it will start now because I am sharing now entire screen. I hope now it is completely visible.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. You can start now.
Yeah. So now we'll see some general rules in which first is valued policies. Now see, valued policies can be issued when market value cannot be ascertained. Before going for the valued policy, we must have idea about the concept. What is a market value and what is the reinstatement value? Is anybody is having can explain this? What is the market value? What is the difference between market value, reinstatement value? Can anybody tell it?
Sir, in market value, depreciation is applied, but in reinstatement value, it is the same amount is compensated for which according to the value of the building.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sir, in reinstatement, the value of the building 3 years hence will be taken into account.
We are taking into
The value of the building 3 years hence, it will be taken into account in case of reinstatement. In case of market value, we have to take into account depreciation, wear and tear. All this will be subtracted in case of market value, which will not be done in case of reinstatement.
okay. Okay. So we will understand here two concepts. One is a market value. When we discuss market value, as you all said correctly, that we consider the factors like a depreciation, wear and tear. So when there will be a claim comes, we settle it after deducting all these things. But when reinstatement value, simply in simple word, we can say that old for new means new for old and new for new. That is the concept. First is for the market value and second is the reinstatement value. In the reinstatement value, we do not consider this one. So whatever the reinstatement cost will be there, means we simply we can say the replacement cost. If there is a machinery, the replacement cost of the machinery will be your this reinstatement value. For suppose there is a building, so the construction cost will be your reinstatement value. So these are two things. Now when we are covering stocks, so that will be covered by means we can cover stock by market value, and we cannot take it at the reinstatement value. But when we cover buildings, plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures, that time it will be it can be taken at market value basis or reinstatement value basis. Okay. So please remember there can be a question that stock can be covered covered on and there can be option that market value, reinstatement value, either market value or reinstatement value, neither market reinstatement value. So stock can be covered on only on market value, not on reinstatement value. So that is the difference between these two. Now, apart from this, there can be a certain means things or properties for which market values cannot be ascertained. Like say there is a painting of M.F. Hussain. So that we cannot ascertain the market value what is exactly. So that will be valued policy, because in valued policy where market value cannot be ascertained, so it will be mutually decided between the insured and insurer. So valued policy will be issued for such cases. Then if anybody wants a mid-term cover for STFI and RSMD, so basically we avoid to give STFI and RSMD between the policy period. Yes, of course, while renewal or new proposal, we provide STFI or RSMD cover. But if anybody wants it in force of the policy, when policy is running through, so we avoid it. But sometimes we are having the valuable clients, so we cannot deny. So in this case, there are certain conditions which needs to be followed. First is 15 days waiting period will be there. Means risk will start after 15 days of receipt of the premium. Second, that request should be given in the writing. Then payment of premium should be given in cash or draft. Suppose that client is having APD balance, means CD balance with us, or he is having bank guarantee. We cannot utilize. See, even that is a cash to us because we have already received that premium, but we cannot adjust that balance for inclusion of the ST5 or RSMD for midterm cover. Next is the partial insurance. Now, see, at particular location, entire property should be insured. We cannot give insurance for the partial insurance. Means, suppose client is having 4 to 5 machineries, so he cannot select that I will insure 3 machineries and 1 or 2 machineries will not be covered. It cannot be that. So here there is some exception also. See, when we discuss about the machinery, so in machinery, all machinery should be covered. But if boilers can be excluded from that. Why boilers is excluded here? Can anybody tell? Why exception is given for the boilers? When we see partial insurance cannot be given, and insurance can cover all the machinery except the boilers. So is it contradictory?
The boilers can be insured under machinery.
For boiler separate policy is
Yes.
available
They
for
issue
boiler.
separate policy for boilers.
Correct. So boilers are covered under engineering insurance. That's why boilers can be excluded. Now, if we come towards the building, now for the building also, whatever structure is there, so everything should be covered. But here also separate exception is given for the plinth and foundation. So they can exclude the plinth and foundation, but rest of the building should be covered totally, fully. Then only insurance can be given. Next, kacha construction. Do you know what is a kacha construction?
It's made of heaps and grasses.
Only? Yes. What is the difference between kacha construction and pakka construction?
If the walls and roofs are not properly constructed by bricks
Then
and
particular material is used for the kacha construction. Can you tell the material?
The materials can be husk or anything which is resistant to fire.
Correct.
maybe mud.
Maybe a tarpaulin or that hatches. By this it is made. So that is a kacha construction. Like we are using brick and all cement, concrete. This is a pakka construction. But apart from that, like you already said, this hatches and all this tarpaulin and all this, when it is made of it, it will be kacha construction. And if there is a kacha construction, we will add 4 per mille additional premium for that. Okay. Now there's an escalation clause. Now it is applicable for plant and machinery and accessories, also for FFF, that is furniture and fixtures, but it will not be applicable for the stock. Now see, in that case, what we do for the escalation purpose, we take some premium in advance. Now customer, means insured, can select that we want escalation clause. For the escalation clause purpose, he may decide that maybe 5%, 10%, 20% escalation he requires. So whatever escalation he decides, maximum up to 25%. So we take 50% of the full rate. Suppose say rate is 2 per mille. So we will charge 1 per mille for the whatever escalation he has selected. Maybe suppose sum assured is 1 crore rupees and he has selected 20% escalation. So the escalation will be 20 lakhs. So on 20 lakhs, we will charge half rate. What is the rate here? As 2 per mille is the rate. So we'll charge only 1 per mille on 20 lakhs. Whatever will be the premium, that will be charged extra. Now, when this escalation comes, this escalation will not come fully, like say, suppose 1 crore is a sum assured, and suppose after 1 month there is a loss. So what will be the sum assured if escalation clause is opted? What will be the maximum sum assured? Can anybody tell after a month? 20. I'm telling sum assured is 1 crore. escalation opted is 20%, and there is a loss. How will you calculate the sum assured to check whether it is under insurance or not? Please remember that escalation clause will be as per 1 divided by 365 daily basis. Means daily 1 divided by 365% will be added. So if there is a loss after a month, so 20 lakhs fully will not be added. So 20 lakhs into 20 lakhs divided by 3 into 30 divided by 365 will be added on that date. So whatever will be sum assured, that means addition, that will be added to check whether there is under insurance or not. And there can be a question for calculation of premium also. We will check one such some example. See, suppose building cost is 10 crores, plant and machinery 20 crores, stock is 50 crores, FFF is 20 crores, escalation is 20%, and premium rate is 2 per million. Can you tell what is the premium? Can you tell what is the premium for this? What escalation premium will be charged? Can you calculate? Or shall I show that this example? I already told you how to calculate. Okay, I will explain.
We will add all these things.
Yeah. Okay.
So we will add everything except the stock, and we'll multiply by the escalation. Divide by 365 days.
Fine. So what will you do? You will take 100 crores. 100 crores into 1 per mille. We are asking for premium. I'm not asking this one. 365 days will come into consideration when there is a claim. That time sum assured will be checked up. That time that 1 divided by 365 will come. While calculation of the premium, that 1 divided by 365 will not come into picture. Now I'm asking the premium. How much premium will be charged for this?
Sir, is it 10,200?
10,200. Okay, one answer came. Anybody else? Okay. Now see, if such example comes in your examination, first of all, you should remember that stock cannot be escalated. So stock value we will not consider upon. So now our actual sum assured for escalation is 10 plus 20 plus 20, which is 50 crores. Okay. Now in 50 crore escalation is taken how much?
5,000.
1%
we should 1 per million.
Yeah, 50% rate we will take. Now I'm asking 20% escalation is taken. So 20% escalation taken. That means on 50 crores we'll take 20%. That is escalated sum assured is 10 crores. Okay. So first we will find out that sum assured. So that comes to 10 crores, and on that 10 crore we will apply 1 per mille. So it will come how much? 1 lakh rupees. Is it clear to everyone how I solved this? Is it clear, or shall I explain it again?
So why do we have to charge 50%? Can you please explain it again?
Yeah. Okay. See, here you see what we told. We take a 50% rate, 50% rate of full premium. Anybody? Please switch up. Like when I asked that money just came. So see, 50%. We are taking 50% rate. That's why say rate was 2 per mille. So 50% rate is 1 per mille. So we have taken 1 per mille rate here. Okay. And this one here, I already told you that stock will not be taken into while we are calculating the escalation part, because stock cannot be escalated. Building, plant and machinery, furniture fixtures, that can be escalated. So we'll add up that. So it is coming 50 crore. And on that escalation is given in the example, that is 20%. So on 50 crore, not on 100 crore. It is totally 100 crore, but we are taking only this 3 part, excluding stock. So it is 50 crores into 20%. So actual sum assured escalated is 10 crore. Okay. And actual sum assured is 10 crore. And in that case, we'll apply the rate 1 per mille. So it is coming 1 lakh rupees. Is it clear now? Is it clear or not?
So, okay, sir. So in case if it had 100 crores, then we would have charged
Okay.
2 per million. Is it like that?
No, if it could be 100 crore, then we could take 1 per million only. We are not reducing because of the sum assured is 50%. We are in any case, whatever the sum assured is, we are taking 50% of the rate always. Whatever rate is there, actual rate for that occupancy. Now for this occupancy rate is 2 per mille. Remember, it is 2 per mille. That's why we will take 1 per mille. So it is not regarding this that 50 crore is less. That's why we are taking 1 per mille. We are always taking 50% the rate. Okay.
Okay, sir. So means for that escalation clause will always consider 50% of the premium rate.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank
We
you.
always consider. Okay. But while calculating sum assured, always remember stock will definitely be given there. So exclude the stock while calculating the sum assured, and then apply the escalation percentage whatever given here. Okay. So is this clear now?
Okay.
This is
Yes,
one
sir.
kind of
Thank
sum
you.
which will come for calculation of the premium. Yes. Is any doubt? Is there any doubt?
Sir, 1 lakh is escalation charge only, not the total premium.
Yes. That escalation only. Now there can be I was going towards that only. They can ask you total premium, or they can ask you the escalation premium. So if they will ask you the escalation premium, this is the answer. And if they will ask you the total premium, we have to calculate the total premium also. Now for total premium, now total sum assured is how much? Actual sum assured is how much?
100 crore.
100 crores, sir.
100 crore. 100 crores. Now on that 100 crore, we will apply 2 per mille rate. So it comes how much? Basic premium is coming how much? 100 crores into 2 per mille?
20 lakh.
20 lakh.
It will be 20 lakhs. Okay. So that is 20
The
lakhs.
premium is
plus-
21 lakh. 1 lakh.
Yeah. Understood. So if they are asking total premium, then it will be 21 lakh. If they are asking you only the escalation premium, then it will come 1 lakh. Okay. So this kind of sum will come for calculation of the premium. Now there can be another sum. Just now I explained you. Now you consider the similar sum. Okay. In this, suppose there is a loss of means suppose now policy period is 1st January to 31st of December. Okay. On 30th September, there is a loss. There is a loss to the building, and it is found that building's value is say 14 crores. Now tell me how much loss is payable here. You forget about the excess part is not here. Apart from the excess, how much is it payable? See, building value is 10 crores. There is a loss on 30th September, and when we found that reinstatement value of the building is 14 crores. Now how much is payable? 10 crore, 14 crore, or any other sum? If this escalation is opted, how much it will be payable? Can anybody tell? What will you consider here?
So please repeat the question.
See, this is the sum. In this sum only, the policy period is 1st January to 31st December. Okay. And there is a loss on 30th September. And the actual cost, actual value of the building is 14 crores. So how much is it payable?
11 lakh of 11 crore 50 lakh.
11 crore 50 lakhs. Okay. Any other answer? Okay. See, escalation is 20%. Okay. So 20% is how much of that 10 crore? It is 2
20
crores.
lakhs.
So 10 on
2 crore.
10 crores,
Two
it will be
crores,
2
sir.
crores.
2
Okay.
crores.
2 crores, right? So, but the loss occurred on 30th of September. So it is the 9 months. So if you go by the formula, like 1 divided by 365, it will come out about 3/4. So 3/4 is 1.5 crores. So actual escalated value will be 11.5. So as correctly said by the sir, that it will be 11.5 crore will be payable in this condition. Understood what I explained? When there is a loss, that time you calculate the days, how many days are there, and on that basis the sum assured, escalated sum assured will be added if escalation is there. Okay, any doubt in calculation of the premium or ascertainment of the sum assured? Is there any doubt?
So do we have to take the remaining months or a number of days, 90 days?
Number of
to
days.
calculate
Just for the ease of calculation, I have taken the months actually, but we have to calculate in number of days only. Okay. So you have to calculate days in number.
So for 50 crores, so like the previous question we did, we have to calculate the escalation clause as well.
For the previous, what
Do we have to calculate the escalation clause, escalation as well? And
your question is not clear to me. Please repeat it.
Sir, you said that actual value is 14 crore. Right. So, and the question it is given that for building is 10 crore and we have to exclude the stock because that is not applicable to escalation, right?
What is not applicable to escalation?
Stock.
Yeah. But we are not taking that. Now we are that particularly one property is given, that is building only. So we are not considering that. We are considering only building here because losses to the building, na. So we are not considering anything else. Stock will definitely not be there. If there will be a stock and escalation will be, they can confuse you for the stock also. They can give you that stock is this much and escalation was opted and this one. But in that case, anyway, whatever is the sum assured, that will be the final. In stock, there will never be any escalation. Okay. But in this case, buildings sum assured was 10 crore. So we'll consider that only. We have to forget other sum assured because we are considering this much only.
Okay, sir. Can you please show the solution once so I get it even more clear?
What you want?
The solution page, if you have any for this.
No. Actually, that sum was for the calculation of premium. That is already covered. Now I was explaining you the claim part. While calculation of the claims payable, this is a different sum. This sum which is given in your this PPT, which I will share you. That this is the calculation of premium only. I have taken one more step forward. If they will ask you the claim, for that I have given you that sum. So this is a different one. Okay. Don't be confused between these two sums. I have taken different two sums. One is premium underwriting part, another is a claim part. Okay.
Okay,
sir. While
yeah.
Hello. Sir, while
Yes,
calculating this one claim, no, you said that loss was 14 crores for the building, but you calculated on 10 crores. No, whether it should be calculated on the original sum instead or
10 crore because he had sum assured of 10 crore only, na. So we'll take on that only, not because at the time of loss the value was 14 crore. We will not pay because he has paid a premium for 10 crores only. So we'll consider 10 crore only and escalation on that 10 crore only, not on 14 crore.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Even if there is not escalation and there is a partial insurance, now that I will explain later, pro rata condition will be applied because 10 crores actually he has insured for 10 crore and 14 crore is the actual value. So there will be under insurance, that I will explain later that condition. Now silent risk. it is applicable for risk rateable under section 4. We have seen all the sections. In that you must have seen that section 4 deals with the industrial manufacturing risk, and section 5, which is utilities located outside the compound of manufacturing risk. So this silent risk is basically applicable to section 4 and section 5 only. Here, what we do, we take a rate of 1% for the silent risk or storage rate, whichever is higher. Now, when it comes as when we call it as a silent risk, suppose in any manufacturing unit there is no production for more than 30 days or no storage activity is there, then it is called as a silent risk. Now, for the silent risk, that insured should inform us in advance that for that particular period, which is basically more than 30 days, there will not be any activities carried out in the location. So then we will, for that particular period, we will charge only 1% as a silent risk, or if there is any storage, means suppose like there is a sugar factory and sugar production is there, but now that sugar factory is closed, means that there is no more production of a sugar, but sugar storage is there. So whatever sugar storage rate is there, this rate and 1% will compare both. Whatever is higher, that will be charged. Understood this one? So basically, we just remember it is applicable to section 4 and section 5. Rate is 1% for the silent risk, or the storage rate, whichever is higher, we will charge this one. And the basic condition is that there should not be any activity, means manufacturing or storage, for more than 30 days. So then only this one, means for if it is for others, then that storage activities will also be considered. Next, now we are going toward the SFSP policy. So that is the standard fire special peril policy. Now there are some perils which you need to see what are the perils covered under this policy. Now here, if you see that whatever perils are given, in each and every perils there are some exclusions. See, in fire SFSP policy itself, there are some perils which are completely excluded. That exclusions we'll see later. But in each peril there are another exclusions. Like first perils we are going to see, as name suggests, it covers a fire. So that fire should be accidental fire, and there should be ignition and the flame should be visible. So if flame is not visible, it will not be covered under a fire policy. So flame should be visible, and so here we cover fire, ignition or burning. So now if there is a fire, okay, and we called a fire brigade. So maybe for this to control the fire, that fire brigade will use water, or they may break a wall or something. So if such damage happens, that damage will also be covered under this policy, because this was to control the losses. Now when we see the particular peril of the fire, there are certain exclusion, like a spontaneous combustion. Now do you know what is a spontaneous combustion? Can anybody tell what is spontaneous combustion? You must be knowing that certain properties where
Inherent wise
there is
fire.
a correct, like a haystack, bagases. From that there is a inherent ones that it will get ignited. So that is spontaneous combustion. So if there is a spontaneous combustion, then that will be excluded. Now their question comes that suppose there was a haystack, and due to a spontaneous combustion there was a fire, and in that fire entire property is got damaged. Is the loss payable?
Yes, sir.
Is this loss payable?
Yes, sir.
Payable.
Except
How?
for that fire. Except that.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Except the first burn, that is hashtag burn was burned.
Correct. See, there is a dynamo clause which says that in such a situation, that first haystack will not be covered, but apart from that, entire property or entire whatever goods are there, that everything will be covered. So this exclusion is only for that, the first one. Then property undergoing heating or drying process. So definitely you are aware that if any property which are in heating or drying process for the manufacturing purpose or something like that, so there is a chance of the fire. So it is inbuilt, so that's why that is excluded. And due to its own fermentation, we already discussed. Burning by order of public authority. If public authority, why public authority will ask for the burning? Because maybe it is unlawful or illegal, then only the public authority will order to burn something. So if such thing is ordered, then it will also not be covered. So always remember the exclusion, because there can be a minor difference between. They can give you example in which such things will be involved, and you have to read the question carefully, whether there was a spontaneous combustion or not. If it is, then how much of the impact means of the cost of that, the first one, or if it is going through that heating or drying process or not, whether the order is given by the public authority. So we have to check it, and then we have to come we need to come to the conclusion. Next is a lighting. Lighting will be covered whether there will be a fire or non-fire damages will also be covered. What does it mean? See, due to lighting, there can be a maybe burning, maybe there can be fire, but there can be damages where the flames are not visible. In fire, what we have seen, that flame should be visible, but in lighting, if flames are not visible, then also it will be payable if it is certain that the loss is due to the lightning. So here, whether it is a fire loss or non-fire loss, the loss will be covered due to lightning. Next is the explosion and implosion. So can you explain the difference between what is explosion and implosion? What is the difference between two?
Sir, explosion is sudden outburst, and implosion is it is inward due to external pressure.
Correct. Simply outward and inward we can say. Explosion is outward, implosion is inward. So explosion and implosion is covered, but own explosion is excluded. But here again, same condition comes, like we have seen for the spontaneous combustion, that first haystack stack is not covered, but other things are covered. Here also, see, in explosion, implosion is covered, but for the own explosion, suppose there is a boiler. So if there is a explosion to the boiler, that boiler will not be covered, but the surrounding property, if it is covered under this SFSP policy, that will be covered. So you have to remember that. But here again, there is exception given for the domestic boilers. So what does it mean? Domestic boiler is covered or not covered? Suppose there is a suppose a particular property is there, or on particular location, total value damaged due to explosion in the domestic boiler, there is a loss. Value of the domestic boiler, say 1 crore. We are taking one example, or just maybe we are taking just a simpler from suppose 1 lakh rupees domestic boiler, and then total loss is 1 crore, including that 1 crore. So how much loss is payable? 1 lakh, 99 lakhs, or 1 crore? How much is a payable?
1 crore. So what was the value of that domestic boiler?
Will not that domestic boiler will not be excluded?
It will be covered.
No, sir. It will,
No,
it
sir,
is covered.
it will be covered.
Correct. So remember, because what we confuse, so it is a we say that yeah, losses due to the domestic boiler, so we will exclude. We should not exclude, because it is an exception. That means it is covered. Domestic boiler is completely covered, although the explosion is from the domestic boiler also. So we will cover that. Yeah, suppose in place of domestic boiler there is any other boiler, then what will you do? We'll exclude that much, because that boiler will not be covered. Then where it is covered? Why that other boiler is not covered? because it is
policy.
covered under engineering policy.
policy. It is under engineering.
That's why. Yeah. So that if there is other boiler, then will not cover under means they can even ask you the question like this also, that this much is payable under SFSP policy, this is payable in BPP policy. This much is like 1 crore, 99 crore, 100 crore, 0 crore. So likewise question can also come. They can check your concept. So they can ask you like this also, that suppose for a particular boiler, particular boiler is there is an explosion in a particular boilers amounting costing rupees say 5 crore rupees, and total loss is 20 crores. So how much loss is payable in any of the policy? 5 crores from the SFSP policy, 15 crores from the BPP, maybe BPP policy or engineering policy. They can ask you like this. Then 20 crore from SFSP policy, or 20 crores from maybe engineering policy. Likewise question comes. So if it is a boiler, then 515 will come. If it is a domestic boiler, then entire 20 with the SFSP. I hope the concept is clear. Okay. Is there any doubt? Shall I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next one is the aircraft damage. Now in aircraft damage, there can be not only the aircraft only, there can be a balloon, rocket, or other aerial or special devices. Now here, loss or damage due to any aerial devices or any article dropped therefrom is covered, excluding loss or damage caused due to pressure waves. So suppose any means plane, aeroplane is passing from top of the building, and due to the pressure waves, that there is a burst of the windows. Okay, that the pressure. So will that be covered? That
No,
windows
sir.
shattered or
No, sir.
no, because pressure wave is excluded. Suppose anything or any article is dropped from there, then it will be covered. So suppose something is dropped from that balloon, rocket, or that aircraft, then by that, if there is a loss, then it will be covered, or there is the impact from for that one. So due to any area, if by that device there is a loss or any article dropped there from, then that will be covered. But if due to only that pressure waves, so that will be excluded under the policy. Next, RSMD, which was initially it was RSMTD, right strike, malicious and terrorism damage. But now terrorism is covered or not covered. There can be a question like terrorism under SFSP policy. Terrorism is covered under basic files. Terrorism is exclusion. Terrorism can be covered with the extra premium.
Can be covered
Terrorism is covered
with extra premium.
With extra premium, that is important because it is an add-on. Okay. Earlier it was in basic cover, but now terrorism is exclusion here, but it can be covered by paying extra premium. So RSMD, right strike, malicious damage. Here actual physical loss or damage to insured property is covered under this extension. Here exclusion is total or partial cessation of work, disposition or unlawful occupation, burglary, theft, housebreak, this and terrorism. This will not be covered. Suppose there is a right strikes or maybe there is a right strike, and in that you must be aware that in such a situation there will be disposition. Okay, and suppose there is some burglary or there is a theft from that location, so it will not be covered under SFSP policy. Will it be covered under our new products?
Theft is covered
Yes, sir.
for 7 days.
Yes, sir, it is covered.
Yes. So see, actually we'll discuss these products later on, but when you study, you should study comparatively what is the difference between SFSP and other three products, because in that they are covering this one. Okay. Next, storm, tempest, cyclone, hurricane, inundation, flood, tornado. We basically called it STFI perils. Okay. So here all wind related and water related perils will come under this. So it comes under this one. And here there are certain exclusions like earthquake, volcanic eruption, and other convulsion of nature. Now, suppose there is a tsunami and no add-on cover. Tsunami is covered if STFI and UQ means earthquake both are taken, then only tsunami will be covered. So if in question they will ask you loss by the tsunami, that time you have to check whether both are covered or not. Sometimes what happens, the client asks for the this discount for the STFI, they withdraw this cover, they don't ask for this cover, so we give you the discount. And in that case, although he has taken earthquake as an add-on cover, will not give them a tsunami cover. In another condition, it may happen that he has not withdrawn any cover, he has covered for all the perils, STFI is not withdrawn, but EQ is an add-on, he has not taken any add-on cover, so tsunami will also not be covered. So always remember, for tsunami cover, STFI and EQ both should be covered, then only tsunami will be covered. Alongwise, volcanic eruption means if these will be covered add-on, then this exclusion will not be there. Okay, so that should be taken as an add-ons. Now, in that also, do you know what is the difference between flood and inundation? Flood and inundation both are the means actually in STFI peril both are covered, but there is a difference.
Just wanted to just clarify the last line you said about the STFI and earthquake for tsunami. So why do you use earthquake as well for tsunami?
Hello.
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, but some disturbance is there.
Okay. Now, is it okay, sir? Hello?
Okay, you try. Just I'll try to understand.
I just asked her why the earthquake has to be covered for tsunami.
Okay. Yeah, actually, if you see tsunami, what is the meaning of tsunami? It is a basically.
So it causes due to earthquake and after that volcanic eruption.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So it is a consequence of earthquake. It is a means we have first a tsunami some years back. That time means some in a sea only there was an earthquake. Because of that there was a outburst of the means water came onto land with the great force. So that there earthquake was also there, and also like a flood was also there. So that's why STFI and EQ both should be covered. That's why it is given. Earthquake should be covered for that.
Okay, so opting for only STFI won't cover tsunami, right?
Correct. EQ should also be opted for that. Okay.
Okay.
Now, actually, my question was different. I was asking you what is the difference between inundation and flood.
Sir, inundation is standing of water at a place for a long time.
Correct. And flood is?
Increase in the level of the water.
Movement of water.
Flood is overflow of water from confined sources.
In flood, what is actually water is coming out of the course of it, means out of the river or out of the sea. That is a flood. It is means whatever course of the water is there out of it, if it is coming out, that is a flood. And inundation is as you correctly said, it is increased at for the longer time. It stays at a particular, that is inundation. Okay. So that is a difference. Means sometimes if they check your concepts, that's why just I asked this question. Now next is the impact damage. Now impact damage due to railroad, vehicle, animal belonging to or owned by insured. Now there was a question actually. Mr. A employed Mr. B. Mr. B is having his pet dog. Now Mr. B's pet dog damaged the gate of Mr. A, which is covered under SFSP policy. What will be the loss position? Loss is covered under the this one SFSP policy under basic without paying extra premium. Loss is covered with extra premium payment. Loss is not covered. What is the answer?
Covered without any extra premium.
Loss is covered with extra.
Covered with
Loss
extra
is
premium.
covered with extra premium.
Without any extra premium.
Loss not
Any other view?
not covered.
Loss is not
It's not covered.
Not covered.
Loss is
Not covered
without any extra premium.
Without extra premium is also. This means all kind of answers are coming. Okay, fine. Actually,
Loss
see,
is not covered.
now we go one by one. First, see what we are looking here. See, impact damage due to rail, road, vehicle, animal is covered, but not belonging to owned by insured. I add one more thing, or it's employee. Okay. So here by this one, first option is not there. Okay, first option is wrong. Now second, add-on covers. Now when we go for the add-on covers, now we'll discuss it later also, but I'm taking question, that's why I'm explaining here only. See, in add-on covers, the everything will be covered, means like whatever owned by insured or its employee, but except the animal. If the loss is by the animal, means owned or employees animal, then that will not be covered. That's why answer 3, it will not be covered even by paying extra premium. If it is a vehicle, then now
Covered with extra premium.
yes. Understood the difference?
With extra premium.
Correct. Understood the difference. They will not ask you what is covered, what is not covered. They will give you such an example actually. Okay. In that time, you have to apply your mind whether means it is coming under a basic cover, whether it is coming under add-on covers, or even after taking add-on cover, it is not covered. So that also you have to keep in your mind. Understood what is covered under basic cover? Yes.
In new
Any
policy, it is covered, no?
Correct. That's why I specifically mentioned SFSP policy. If it will be there, sometimes now here, see, there can be any other thing. They can give you sum assured, like say 40 crore or 3 crore. In that case, what we will see, will apply. Maybe they will not give you the means policy name, but that time you are aware that up to 5 crore it is a Sukshma policy, up to 50 crore it will be a which policy? Lagu policy. And if more than that time, if sum assured is given, by sum assured also you can know which policy is it. Okay. So accordingly, we will answer. Next is subsidence and landslide, including a rock slide. Now see here, subsidence and landslide is covered, but again there is an exclusion of normal cracking, coastal or river erosion, defective design or excavation. So if due to defective design or maybe normal cracking is there, so that will be excluded under this peril. Next peril is busting and or overflowing flowing of water tanks, apparatus and pipes. So here again, maybe due to excess of pressure in the pipes, there can be burst and there can be a loss. So that will also be covered under a fire policy. So all these are covered. Next one is a missile testing operation. Okay, now there can be a question that Sri Lanka was testing a missile at Colombo, but while testing the missile that launched at Kanyakumari, and there was a maybe loss to a particular factory which was covered under SFSP policy. Whether that loss is covered or not?
Not covered.
Not covered.
Why it is not covered? Missile testing operation is covered under the policy.
Only by government of India.
The same country.
Correct. So that also we should remember that. So missile testing operation conducted by government of India is covered under this peril, not by the neighboring countries or any other countries. Okay. So remember this one. Next is leakage from automatic sprinkler installations. Accidental leakage when no fire, then also this is covered. Suppose sometime it may happen, there is a automatic sprinkler is installed. So due to something, there is a accidentally leakage happened. Maybe some smoke or something happened, and then there is a leakage in the water, and because of this, there is a loss to the property. Then also that is covered. But there is certain exclusions that if there is a repair while repairing that sprinkler or repairing of the building, then at that time, if that there is a leakage, then that will be not be covered. Next, if that there is a known construction defects, that client was aware that there was a construction defects, and due to which this has happened, then also it will not be covered. Okay. Moving forward. Now, next one is a bushfire. Now, bushfire is covered, but jungle fire or forest fire is not covered. So here you should understand the difference. What is the difference between these two, bushfire and a forest fire?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Please tell.
This forest fire is covered in new policies, no, sir?
Yeah, that is covered, but I'm just asking you the difference. This difference.
The forest fires are large scale; they are mass destruction. But as far as this bush fire is concerned, they are very small and limited to a structural space only.
Correct. This is just a basic difference. This one, and so you have to remember that this forest fire is not covered under this SFSP policy. Only bush fire is covered. Okay, this will be covered under the new products. Okay. Now we have seen all the perils. In each perils we have seen a certain exclusion, but there are certain exclusions which are applicable to entire policy. So whether the loss is of any peril, that these exclusions will be applied. Okay. Now first is excess. Excess, you must be knowing that in each and every claim there is a certain excess. Can you define excess? What is excess?
Certain amount
is the deductible
Compulsory
while paying claim.
Compulsory amount to be
Compulsory
but what is the definition of the excess? If it will be asked, means to be precise, how can you explain the excess?
So these are the minimum charges
if the claim
which
is
has to
up
bear
to
by
that
the
amount,
Minimum amount to be borne
Claim
by the
is-
insured.
If the claim is above
It is the
minimum charge is to
amount,
bear
then
by the
only
insured, so that for every small cases they can't come for coverage for claims.
okay. That you are telling that is correct. That is the reason why excess is applied. But I'm asking the I think before you, sir said that it is that part of the claim which should be beared by whom? It should be bear by insured. Okay,
Insured.
so that much amount means whatever claim is that. So that part will be that part will be paid by whom?
insured.
Insured. Okay, so that will be there. Now after that, as you said, sir, after this one, what is the purpose? Because so that small claims will not come to the insurer, that will be directly borne by the insurer. Now before going this one, actually there is one more concept, that is a franchise. Do you know what is a franchisee? Maybe in your any other means any of your technical paper, it can be asked difference or something like. What is the difference between excess and franchisee?
In franchise, actually there is an amount which even after crossing that amount only the claim can be triggered, and the whole money can be paid without any excess.
Okay. Okay, correctly said. See, in excess what happens? Suppose excess is of suppose we are taking a simple example that excess is only 10,000. Okay, or franchise is at 10,000. Suppose this is an excess of 10,000. If claim is of 1 lakh, then how much is payable?
1 lakh minus 10,000.
95,000.
90,000. 10,000, so 90,000 will be payable. But if it's a franchise of 10,000 and claim is of 1 lakh, how much is payable?
1 lakh
full.
Full 1 lakh is payable. That is the difference. See, in And suppose if claim is of 5,000 in excess, how much is payable?
44,000. 45,500.
I said
5%.
10,000 is excess, na? So if claim is of 5,000, then nothing is payable.
Nothing
because up
is
to
payable.
10,000,
5%
everything is payable. No, just but minimum of 10,000 is there. Okay, so 5,000 will not, nothing will be payable. I'm not telling you that claim. What I'm telling you that claim amount is 5,000. So I'm telling you that this excess is 10,000. So anyway, that claim amount is less than the excess. So it will be borne by the insured. Now, if franchise is 5,000, sorry, franchise is 10,000 and claim is of 5,000, then
no claim.
No claim. See, if claim is less than the excess or franchise in both the cases, entire will not be payable. Everything will be payable by insured itself. Means it will be borne by insured. But if the claim exceeds the excess or franchise, in case of excess, what we do, we deduct the excess and pay the remaining. But in case of franchise, what we do, we pay entire, because that is a trigger point. If that trigger point happens, then entire thing is payable. Understood the difference between excess and the franchisee? Okay. So now excess is 5% subject to minimum of the amount. This one is given. So claim amount of rupees 10,000 up to sum assured of 10 crore, that is given. Then 25 for 10 crore to 100 crore, that is a 25,000 limit is given. Then 100 crore to 15 crore, 5 lakhs given, and up to 2,500 crore, that will be 25 lakhs is given. So you have to mug up this one, because if claim question comes on the claim, you have to apply this excess on it. Okay. And now excess is applicable per event per insured. It is also called as compulsory excess or compulsory deductible or franchise. Okay. Next, war, civil war. Yes, any doubt?
Sir, only about the franchise. You said that if the limit has not crossed or up to the franchise limit, no claim is payable. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
If limit is not crossed, then deductible, means excess and franchise are at same level, the same. It is not
okay.
If limit is crossed,
and if the limit is crossed, we have to pay the full amount, whatever the
full
claim
amount.
amount.
No deduction will be there. No deduction.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, then what is the use of franchise, sir?
Actually, in SFCP, actually, basically, we do not apply this one, but franchisee, this one is there to not to entertain small claims, because in small claims, what is happening, even that administration cost and settlement, that cost will be greater than the claim amount. That's why we are not covering. Otherwise, if we'll go to cover that, then premium rate will also go high. That's why we are excluding, just to exclude the smaller losses, that franchise is useful.
Even excess also same, na sir?
Yeah, that's why we are actually we are applying excess only. Franchise is applied in very rare cases. Most probably we are applying excess only. But just to clear the concept, I have explained the franchisee also. Okay.
The extra premium is charged for franchise.
No, that is different. Actually, in different condition that will be given. Most probably we are charging, means there will be excess in the policy. We do not give a franchise in SFSP also and in the new product also.
Okay. Sir, is it
I just explain the concept. Maybe in different market, different conditions, different conditions are followed. Okay.
Sir, is it possible the franchisee is opted in case of higher sum insured policies?
Maybe they can apply.
Because the franchisee is like opposite of access in some or the other way. But so is it mostly opted for the higher, or we can opt for lower policy as well?
Basically, as you said correctly, for the lower policy, it will not be there, because in lower policy, definitely that will cross and then claim will come. So it is for for higher mega risk policies only this one. But in mega risk policy also, if you say that we give access only, not a franchisee. But in certain cases, certain situation, we may give that franchise. Otherwise, we in mega policies also we give access only. In Indian market, basically franchises are not of that much use. Maybe in other. That's why I told you in different market it may be used. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then war, civil war, and conduct perils. I told you this. This is also exclusion. If there is any loss due to war or conduct perils, then there will not be like there is a Russia-Ukraine war is going on. So due to that, if there is a loss, there something. So that is excluded here. Nuclear perils. It is again similar due to nuclear weapon or nuclear anything nuclear things. Any losses happen, then it will not be covered. Next is a pollution risk. Now, pollution risk is excess. Now, there can be a question in the examination that say, suppose maybe there was a means outside the building. Now this is a Diwali season. In Diwali, there were means. Crackers were used. Because of crackers there was a pollution and smoke came, and in our house there was a sprinkler, so that because of this came, and that from that sprinkler water came out, water came out, and there is a loss, maybe certain furniture, and this is a damage. Whether it is covered or not covered?
It is covered, sir.
Covered. Okay.
It
Any
is not
other
covered.
view?
Not covered, sir.
Covered, sir.
Now, those who are saying covered, tell me why covered. Those who are saying not covered, tell me why not covered.
Sir, in sprinkler installation, it was written that it be covered irrespective of all accidental.
Okay.
But not covered
What is
because
proximate clause here? That pollution of the cracker. Okay. To cracker pollution, it came out.
Because it is not accidental.
Then it is not covered if we consider pollution.
The pollution is excluded in our normal policy. Anything happening because of pollution can't be covered.
Okay, now let us go towards that exclusion. Now, what does it say? That pollution risk is not covered. Okay, but there are two things which is specifically mentioned. Pollution caused by insured peril is covered. Okay, suppose maybe there is a fire. Fire is an insured peril. So by fire, if there is a pollution, then that pollution is covered. And secondly, pollution leading to insured peril is covered. Now here pollution was there, but that pollution leading to the insured peril, that water coming out, that is the insured peril. Is it or not? It is covered or not then? Are you getting my point or not? Yes.
It is
covered, sir. Covered,
yes,
sir.
because in this case pollution leading to the insured peril. That's why in this case the loss is payable. Understood? So remember this, student, although pollution is excluded, pollution risk is excluded, but these two things should be remembered, because definitely they will give this in your question, that maybe they will give any other example that where pollution is caused by the insured peril, like say by a fire, or maybe due to any other thing, maybe like say missile testing operation, that is also an insured peril. In that maybe there is a pollution, so that will be covered. And maybe there can be an insured peril, like I just gave you example, which is the impact of the pollution, then also that is a covered. Okay. Next, deterioration of stock in cold storage premises. Now here deterioration of stock, there can be a variation in temperature, so due to which there can be a you must be knowing that there are certain items which are stored in cold storage, maybe perishable, we are well aware, like milks and all these products are the perishable one, but there are certain other items like fish, like potatoes and all this, even potatoes are having long life, but still they are put it in the cold storage. Because different commodities are placed in the cold storage premises. But if there is a fluctuation of the temperature, because of maybe due to loss to the machinery or loss to the electricity supply, then that will be not be covered. But it will be, we'll see how it will be covered in as a add-ons. That we'll see later. Next, going towards goods or properties to be specifically covered. If there is a bullion, unset precious stones, or any curious work of art which is amount exceeding rupees 10,000, maybe books of accounts, stamps, coin, check, computer record, explosive, all these are specifically excluded. Only it will be covered when it will be specifically mentioned. Means it is not as such that we are directly excluding it. If it will be mentioned, means if client wants to insure these things, they should specifically mention it in a proposal form, which that this I need to cover. Okay. Then dynamo clause. I think we have already discussed the dynamo clause. State of fire is not covered, but spread of fire is covered. So here, any loss or damage to electrical machine apparatus due to short circuit, arcing, discharge of electricity is not covered except fans and electrical wires in dwellings. Now here, suppose there is a something damage to the means maybe fans. There is a loss to the fans due to this one. There is a fire spread out, and it catches throughout the property. Then that fan is also will be covered, because this is exception to this dynamo clause. Electrical wires in dwellings, but it is only at the dwelling. If it is a manufacturing risk, then also this dynamo clause will applicable. That first seat of fire will not be covered, but spread will be covered. So remember, always the seat of fire means like we already I already explained you that in the haystack also that first haystack is not covered, but other is covered. Likewise here also in electrical electronics things, short circuiting, arcing, first thing is not covered, but spread will be covered. Then debris removal, architecture, surveyor and consulting engineer fees. Here certain limit is given. Up to that limit it is covered. Beyond that, that will be excluded. So debris removal 1% of claim amount is covered, and in architect, surveyor, consulting and engineering fees 3% is covered. Now which is surveyor? Which is survey fee? Which survey fee they are talking about here? The one which we appoint. Yes. Which surveyor?
For valuation
For
of the plan.
surveying the
Valuation.
reason of fire.
The building.
Okay. Which we appoint, which is appointed by us. Is it?
That will be only the
No,
architect.
sir,
by the
appointed
insured.
by the insured.
Who appointed this surveyor?
Insured.
Yes, this is a different one. See, the surveyor which we appoint is not covered here. That we pay different survey fee to them. This surveyor is one. See, suppose he wants to prepare some paper, some assessing the loss. Maybe he needs to evaluate for that purpose. If he appoint a surveyor, so that will come under this. So architect, maybe designing, maybe if the designing is doing, surveying the loss and how to do the valuation if he is doing, then consulting engineers, all these which is appointed by the insured for the purpose of means reinstatement, all these things, then that will be covered up to 3%. More than 3% will not be covered. Okay, here will it be can we cover more than this much?
Yes,
By
sir.
paying extra premium?
By collecting additional premium.
Yes. For debris removal, how much we can cover?
Sir,
10%.
10%.
10%. And
10%. And for architect,
7.5.
surveyor, and yes.
7.5.
So
7.5%.
up to 1% covered in basic policy. 1 to 10% means remaining up to 10% is covered under add-on covers. In here also
Sir,
3%.
but it is revised in new policy, no?
Yeah. No, but we are now discussing the SFSP policy. That's why the revised policy will discuss later. Okay. Conjugation loss. So loss of earnings, loss by delay loss or market or other conjugational loss will not be covered under here. Okay. Now, otherwise, customers say that due to this loss, so I lost the market and that's why I lost the earnings. So this should be paid. So this will not be covered because it is clearly mentioned. Spoilage, material damage. So in the batch process, any loss or damage due to cessation or interruption of process due to operation of insured peril is not covered. Maybe there can be a batch. Maybe you must be knowing that in particular factory there are different things. Different processes are going on. Means, so say if we can take an example of like a jam factory, you may say. In that means fruit cuttings. Cutting will be done at means one machine. Then there will be a crush will be done, and then like one by one that process is going on. So there are different processes. Like in bakery also you can see that flour is taken at one, then and another places that water is mixed up, and then biscuits or whatever the bakery items are that is made. So different processes are going through. So this one. So if there is an interruption of any of the process, it will definitely impact the other one. Means if one of the machine is not working, so that there will be a spoilage of that material in that machinery. So that process will not be complete, and it will impact other process also. So that actually is not covered under here, spoilage of material damage. But we'll see in add-on how it will be covered. In that also, batch process will be done. The particular batch will be taken care. That will be excluded, and other things will be covered. Now, loss by theft during or after operation of insured peril. This is exclusion here, but you must have seen that in new product.
In new product, it's covered.
Yes. Then next is UQ, RQ, volcanic eruption or other conversion of nature. This is also covered under add-on. Okay, we already discussed it when we were looking STFI perils. Okay. Then displacements of machinery more than 60 days for repairs is not covered. What does it mean? More than 60 days is not covered means up to 60 days it is covered.
Up to 60 days.
So now suppose I'm having 5 machineries covered. Out of that, one machinery I shifted to any other location. Okay, just for the temporary storage of that machinery to any other location for say 90 days. Will that be covered?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Why it is not covered?
For it is more than 60 days.
So more than 60 days it will be okay. Suppose it is for 30 days then?
No, sir, you have changed the premises.
Correct. So if we have changed the premises, then it will not be covered. When it will be covered? So if it is removed for repairing purpose only, maybe repairing or some renovation purpose, some additional parts needs to be added. For that purpose, if I am removing the machinery and it is going to the repairer's premises, then up to 60 days it is covered. Okay. So here you have to remember two things. One, it should be removed for the repairing or renovation purpose likewise, not for just the sake of keeping it somewhere else, then it will not be covered. So that purpose is important. Second, days, up to 60 days it is covered. So if more than 60 days, it will not be covered. Up to 60 days, it will be covered. I think by the two example, we have already discussed this one. Okay. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now we'll see some condition. I already told you, you should remember this condition by the number. They can ask you the condition number 5, condition number 6, likewise. Okay. So condition number 1, breach of utmost good faith. So here insured should declare all material facts to insurer if there is a non-disclosure of material facts, then it becomes, the contract of insurance becomes null and void. So that's why anything which is material should be disclosed to the insurer at the time of inception of the policy, and if there is any changes subsequently, that time also that should be informed to the insurer in writing. Next is a fall or collapse of building. Insurance under fire policy ceases on expiry of 7 days from the date of fall or displacement. So suppose there is a fall to the building, up to 7 days, if there is any loss, that will be covered under it. But if after 7 days, if anything happens to that, so then that will not be covered. Can it be covered for beyond 7 days? Can we cover it beyond 7 days or not?
No, sir.
Not covered. Okay. Actually,
Yes, sir. If we give genuine,
Not covered.
yes. If insured inform us before the expiry of 7 days and ask for the extension, we may continue coverage subject to some changes in the condition. Maybe we may give some limited cover, or maybe on full basis, or maybe some limited cover can also be given, and we can extend it. But that request of the insured should be received before expiry of the 7 days of the fall or collapse of the building. Next is a material alteration clause. Here, see, if there is any material alteration, so it should be immediately informed to the insurer. Maybe like say there is a change in a trade or change in a manufacture. Suppose earlier they were producing, or they were manufacturing paper. It was a paper mill, but he changed it to the crackers manufacturing, maybe because of seasonal this one. So then the risk is increased because crackers are there. So it should be immediately informed to the insurer, and then that should be insurer should agree on that, maybe with the additional premium, or with the change in the conditions, or likewise. Then only the cover will be continued. Otherwise, the insurance will cease in if there is a change in trade or manufacture. Then for the silent risk, silent risk we already discussed that more than if 30 days. If anything is unoccupied, then it should be informed to the insurer well in advance that for this period it will be unoccupied. Otherwise, the risk will not be covered. Transfer of insurable interest. If transfer of insurable interest can be of two types. One is of because of sale of property, and second is of by maybe to the legal heir on the death. So if it is by the sale or purchase, then insurance ceases there itself. Then it will not be covered. If it will be informed to the insurer and taken the permission for the new insured, or maybe they can take another policy, then only that insurance will be continue. Otherwise, insurance will cease, because there is no insurable interest of the seller. That's why the insurance will cease. But in case of this one, death of the insured, then it will be transferred to the legal heir or liquidator. For in that case, it will continue. Here, no need to be this one. But till at least expiry of the policy, the cover will be continued. Next is a marine policy clause. Here, maybe suppose there was any goods. Any good which was covered under a marine policy, and we have already taken a SFSP policy also, maybe for the particular stocks which is imported from somewhere. Now there was a loss to the that particular stock, you say, or maybe a machinery we have imported for that. Now machinery was insured for 5 crores in the marine policy, and that 5 crore is also included in the total summation of 100 crores in SFSP policy. Now, how much loss will be payable by both the policy? Marine policy 2.5 crore, this one SFSP 2.5 crore. Marine policy 5 crore, SFSP 0. Marine policy 0, SFSP 5 crore. Marine policy 50 lakhs and SFSP 4.5 crores.
Marine policy 5 and fire policy 0.
Marine policy
5.
How much?
5
5
crore
crore.
and fire policy 0.
Okay. Any other views? Correct. You correctly said, madam. Because there is a marine policy clause which says that if property covered under fire policy is also covered under marine policy will settle claim excess if any will not be covered under this one marine policy. So it will be there. So what we need to see that how much will be covered in the marine policy. Suppose the loss is of 7 crore and marine policy is covering 5 crore. Then what will be the position here?
2 crores will be paid by fire policy.
Then 2 crore will be paid by the this SFSP policy, not the means 3.5 will not be there. Okay, only the excess of whatever is payable by the marine policy. So marine policy will always pay first. Then cancellation of the policy. If cancellation is done by the insured, then what we do?
Short period rates.
Short period. You retain the premium at the short period rate.
Correct. This is correct statement which is said by the sir. We retain a premium at short period rate. There can be a option like this also, that we will refund premium on short period basis. Is it a correct statement?
No.
Do we refund on short period rates?
No, sir, we retain if it is at insured.
We retain on short period rates and refund the remaining. Okay, so you should remember this one. So maybe short period, you just see this that is given for how much will be there for 1 month, 2 months. You just see the rates and just mug up that one, because sometimes they can ask you the question also after 3 months. If you should applied for this one, so for 3 months, how much is the rate? That much you should retain, and the remaining should be refunded. Okay. Then if insurer cancellation, then we will definitely give it. Rarely happens. I have never seen such a situation that insurer is telling that we'll cancel this policy. So in that case, we there is 15 days notice is a must, and we will refund the premium pro rata basis. Then increase in sum assured. If it is increase, then there will be pro rata. We will charge pro rata premium, and in decrease in sum assured, here we will charge the premium on short period basis. Okay, for the remaining period. Then duty of assured clause. Here there are two parts of this clause. Part 1 says the duties of insured. Now, what are the duties of insured? First, there should be an immediate notice which should be given in writing within 15 days at the time of loss by the insured. And you should submit all proof at his own cost, and maximum limit given for the same is 12 months. Okay. Now, for this second part says about the intimation condition. So maybe they can ask you the part 2 of duty of assured clause states that so duty of insured or limitation condition both. So it part 2 deals with the limitation condition. And what is the limitation condition? After 12 months, that will be ceased. Now, that 12 month is from the date of loss. Suppose from the date of loss, if it is not informed within 12 months, then that claim will cease. Means that will not be paid. Suppose it is informed within 12 months, but it is repudiated by the insurer. Okay, and from the date of repudiation, again in 12 months, if it is not represented or it is not asked for the the client is not went into court or maybe in a consumer forum within that 12 months. So then again after the repudiation within 12 months, claim will cease. Okay, understand? So from there are two limits here. One is from the date of loss, 12 months, and one second is after the reputation also. Within 12 months, any action, maybe representation should be given, or he may seek legal course of action that within that 12 months. Otherwise, again, then after 12 months, it will cease. Then next condition is the right of insurer, which is a right of entry. So when there is a loss takes place, so insurer can enter and take possession of premises without accepting liability. Means it does not mean that if insurer is entering into the premises where the loss happened, he has accepted the liability. That's why, see, whenever we appoint a surveyor, or whenever we visit, or we communicate anything about the loss, we say that without prejudice. So we here again we are not accepting the liability, but we are getting that right when they intimate us the loss. Then if there is a non-cooperation from the insured part for the means he is not allowing us to enter into or take possession of the premises, then that because of this, the claim will directly will be reputed. Now here see, there is one thing of abandonment. Do you know what is abandonment, and in which insurance it comes?
Marine
insurance.
Correct. Abandonment comes under marine insurance, but this abandonment is not a right of a insured under the fire insurance. Okay, so he cannot claim that abandonment right against if we are entering into his premises for this one. And until claim is said, this right gives us the right of entry or taking possession until the claim is settled, or if claim is withdrawn. Because if he has withdrawn, there is no claim, so we don't get any right for entry. So until the settlement of claim or claim is finally withdrawn by the insured, we get that right. Now fraud claim is fraudulent, or if there is a fraud claims which is supported by the fraud documents, or any fraudulent means is used, maybe willful damages done, so that on the ground of fraud the claim can be reported. Next condition is reinstatement or indemnity condition. A company may at its option pay the value of property or reinstate or replace such property. So here see, although there is a reinstatement is there. See, reinstatement 2-3 kinds of reinstatement you see. There is a reinstatement policy, reinstatement value, reinstatement settlement. So here we are looking reinstatement settlement. So here see, the reinstatement will be at the option of the company. It is not at the option of the this one insured. So company may reinstate or maybe indemnify, reinstate or replace the property. Provided reinstatement shall be in sufficient manner. Expenses are limited to cost of reinstatement prior to fire, which means there should not be any scope of betterment. Means like machinery which we are replacing. Suppose the lost machinery, damaged machinery is 5 years old, and we are replacing the new one. So what we'll do, definitely for the 5 years we'll charge the depreciation, because there is a betterment of the machinery. They are getting better machinery. So for that purpose, what will be the it is clearly mentioned that it should be in the same condition which was prior to the fire. Now condition of average or under insurance, like I told you that in that case 10 crore, 14 crore, in such cases this comes here. See, suppose there is a sum assured of 20 crore, and at a time of loss market value is 25 crore. Loss is of 2 crore. So how much will be payable? There is a simple formula: sum assured divided by market value into loss. So sum assured is how much?
20.
It is 20 crore. Okay, market value 25 and loss is 2. So how much loss will be payable here?
16 lakhs.
It will be 1 crore 60 lakhs, 1.6. Okay, because loss was 2 crore. Why we have taken this? Because it shows that property is not sufficiently insured. It is insured only for 20 crores, which is less than the market value. So although it is a partial losses of only 2 crore, which is coming well under the sum assured, but actual cost of the property which is insured is coming 25 crore, which is far more than the sum assured. That's why we are applying average, which is called pro rata condition also, under insurance condition also, that is applied here. Any doubt in this this one? Because one sum will definitely come on this under insurance. They will give these three things only: sum assured, market value, or loss.
Sir, pro rata average and under insurance means both one and the same, sir.
Yeah, under pro rata average we apply for under insurance only when sum assured is less than what it should be.
Both are same.
Okay. Yes. Any doubt here? Can you calculate if such sum comes in your examination? Shall I move forward?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, there can be a question in the reinstatement value policy. Sum issued will be fixed on historical cost, present cost, or future cost, or
cost.
any of the above.
Future cost.
Correct. In
There should
reinstatement,
be
because
provisional sum insured.
correct. Like I gave the example of the building. He has taken up 10 crore, but actually at the time of loss, the construction value was 14 crore. So it should be anticipated, and so always remember, for reinstatement value, the sum assured should be on a future cost, okay, or future value. Next is the contribution condition. In which condition does contribution will come? If there is more than one insurance. If insured property is insured with two insurance companies, loss will be shared in the rateable proportion of the sum assured. Now there are two examples are given. Now you just tell me in both the cases how much will be payable. Suppose sum assured by NIA is 5 lakh and by Oriental is 10 lakhs. Okay. Now at the time of loss, the value was 20 lakhs. Now how much will be payable by NIA and how much will be payable by Oriental if loss is of 20 lakhs? Yes.
5 lakh and 10 lakh.
5 lakhs and 10 lakhs, because it is less than the actual loss value. Suppose loss is of 5 lakhs. Then how much will be payable?
The rateable portion.
You take 6 lakhs here, or just this one. If it is a 6 lakhs, then how much will be payable by NIA and how much will be payable by Oriental?
2 lakh and 4 lakh.
2 and 4.
Correct, because 1:2 is the rate. So on that basis, 1 lakh. If 6 lakh is there, so 2 lakh will be payable by NIA and 4 lakh will be payable by the Oriental. Understood? So this is a contribution clause in the equal proportion as they are insured by the different insurer. Then subrogation. Subrogate all rights and remedies even before indemnification. So when we get subrogation right at the time before indemnification, at the time of indemnification, or after the indemnification, that can be asked. So before indemnification only, because we can take action before the payment of the claim also. So if we want due to some, do you know what is the subrogation? First, do you understand the meaning of subrogation?
Yes, sir.
Transfer of rights and titles.
Subrogation for what?
Of rights and titles.
For what? But for what? When we get that subrogation?
For recovering the claim.
For recovery of claim from whom?
Third party.
From the third party.
For what? Correct. You are coming by word by word, but I want the complete definition. That's why I'm asking questions. For what? Against the third party.
Recovery of right.
If the claim is due to the third party.
Correct.
Due to insured peril caused by third party.
Correct. So that is important. If the loss is due to anything because of any third party, so we have the right to recover the amount from the third party responsible for the loss. Actually, the recovery right is against the insured. But here, what we do, we get subrogation. That means we are stepping into the shoes of the insured to get the recovery done. Okay. Now, next one is arbitration. Suppose there can be they can ask you the question that in which of the following condition arbitration will be used. There was a loss due to fire, due to suppose any insured peril. There is a loss to the property. What we can say, we can give any example of okay. Suppose there is a loss to the property due to any peril. Insured is claiming that loss is due to insured peril, but claim is rejected by the insured, saying that it doesn't fit under the or it is excluded under the policy. Okay, this is the one condition. Second condition is that there was a loss and this one loss is admitted by the insured insurer, but actual there is a dispute between two for the actual valuation. Insured is saying that actual loss is of 10 crore, whereas insurer is saying the actual loss is of 8 crore. In these two conditions, in which condition arbitrator can be appointed? Condition one, condition two, both, or either.
Second
condition. Okay. So always remember, the arbitrator can be appointed only if there is a quantum dispute. If loss is not admissible, then the this one will not be arbitration cannot be appointed. Okay, arbitration can be appointed on which case? If there is a dispute in quantum, not the admissibility. So these things you should keep in your mind. Next, there will be always be a sole arbitrator mostly if both parties are agree. If any of the parties not agree, they should tell it within 30 days in that right, so that second arbitrator will be appointed, and in such a cases umpire will be appointed with the consent of both the arbitrator. Okay, so that arbitration process will be done. Now written communication is also the condition, so that all communication with the company should be in a writing. Means there is a no sense of anything is informed orally, so everything should be on a paper, either on writing or printed. Next one is a reinstatement of a sum insured. If insured on occurrence of a loss informs he doesn't wants to reinstate a sum insured, by default actually there is a condition of a reinstatement of a sum insured. What does it mean by reinstatement of sum insured here? See, now this is a different than the reinstatement value.
In case of
what is
the to again reinstate into the sum insured, we collect premium from claim amount only.
Okay, why we are doing this?
Restatement clause is attached to.
Okay, but why? Because he has already insured this one. The premium is already given beforehand. So why we are collecting the premium? What is the reason behind that?
We pay the claim amount, then the sum insured is decreased. So
Sum insured
to make the sum insured again, what it was prior to claim, we collect the premium.
Correct. What happens when there is a payment of any claim? The sum assured will be reduced for that effect. Suppose sum assured is 100 crore and we paid a claim of 5 crore. That means sum assured goes down to the 95 crores. So if there will be any total loss in future, so the property will be underinsured. That's why the property should be reinstated at that time. And by default, condition says that it will be reinstated. How it will be reinstated? For by collecting the additional premium of that sum assured, which is reduced for the remaining period. Okay, so that 5 crore premium will collect premium for the 5 crore for the remaining period at the time of loss. Now here also, by default, this one is there, but insured can choose not to reinstate the sum insured. So he can inform company or insurer that I don't want to reinstate the sum insured, so continue with the reduced sum insured. So that can also be done. In that case, we will not reduce the premium from the claim amount. Okay. Now some add-on costs we'll see. First is a spontaneous combustion. Now spontaneous combustion will be covered by if it is by fire only. Now fire meaning I already told you, there should be actual fire which where visible flames should be there. If only smoke is coming, it doesn't mean that that is a fire. Maybe haystack is there and only smoke is coming from the haystack. Does it mean the fire? Only smoke is coming. Is it fire? Only smoke is coming. It is not fitting under the definition of the fire. What does fire's definition says? That there should be a visible flame. So for that purpose, it will not be there. So now, if client is paying additional premium, then spontaneous combustion will be covered. For that purpose, all the categories, maybe whatever is there, camper is there, bagasses, haystacks, whatever spontaneous combustion materials are there, that is divided into 4 categories, and accordingly the rate will be charged. Low or non-existence, low rate, then moderate, variable, and high. Likewise. Second is a earthquake. I already told that this is a add-on cover, and for tsunami, this cover must be taken by the insured. This is actually inbuilt cover under new product, but under SFSP, it is add-on cover. Now, you are aware that India is divided into 4 EQ zones. So accordingly, the rate is charged. But here for non-industrial unit, the rate is fixed. Means whether it is a zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, 5 paisa is the rate. But for the industrial, for the zone 1, which is high earth prone area, we charge 50 paisa. For zone 2, 25 paisa, zone 3, 10 paisa, and zone 4, we charge 5 paisa. Okay, that is the rate charged for the addition for the earthquake. And earthquake, tsunami, STF I already explained, so no need to explain again. Now forest fire, already told that bush fire is covered, but for to cover forest fire, add-on covers needs to be taken, and here rate is 5 per million for the for covering the forest fire. So this is the simple one, just 5 per million should be paid by the insured to get this forest fire covered. Impact due to insured's own vehicle and article dot therefrom. I think I explained it with the example also. Okay, so here again insured's own and its employees is covered, all the vehicles and all this, but excluding insured's own animal, for which I have also given you the example. Next, deterioration of stock due to accidental power failure, conjugation upon insured peril, or change in temperature. These two different add-ons are there. I am explaining it together. These two add-ons covers. Here, loss or damage at electricity suppliers premises, or loss or damage to insured machinery due to an insured peril. So here, see, either it has insured insured premises or at electricity supply premises, still it will be covered, but it should be due to insured peril. If it is by any other thing, like maybe heavy rain is there, and due to which now rain is not our insured peril. So yeah, of course, if in ST5 if there is any volcano eruption, likewise, then sorry, volcano, these are the sea perils, but there is a storm that will be our insured peril. So if insured peril is there, then it will be covered. Now there is again condition that this should be more than 24 hours. If it is less than 24 hours, then it will not be covered. Now suppose a place had a load shedding for 36 hours, okay, due to which there was a change in temperature and there was a loss to the stock. Will that loss be covered in the basic policy? Will that loss will be covered by paying extra premium, or a loss is not paid? Please tell me. You know what is the load
Can
shedding?
you please repeat the question?
At a particular place where a factory situated, where an insured factory situated, there was a load shedding for the 36 hours, and due to which there was a damage, there was a deterioration of stock in the machinery. So loss will be option A, payable under SFSP basic policy. Option B will be payable by paying extra premium. C, loss will not be payable. Loss will be payable on the substandard basis. Which is the correct option?
So loss will be payable.
Not payable. Not payable. Not payable.
Loss is
sir.
not payable.
Not
Payable,
payable.
sir.
Shedding is not
Payable.
accidental power.
Okay, okay, correct. Now, see, this is rationing of electrical supply, like load shedding, or all these things will not be covered under this, because this was you must be knowing that load shedding and all this, these are informed. It is not due to accidental power failure, na? That is not due to insured peril. So that's why even by paying extra premium also, it will not be covered. So answer is correct, as you said, it is not payable. Understood why? That's why I have taken this example, because this condition is must. It should be by insured peril, okay, and more than 24 hours. Yet that condition was satisfied that it was more than 24 hours. It was for 36 hours. But here, what happened? This was not by the insured peril. Understood this one? Okay.
Yes,
next is yes. Any doubt here? Any doubt? No. Okay. Now next one is the architect fees and debris removal. We have already seen that from this debris removal 1% to 10% and architect fees 3% to 7.5%. We already discussed. Next one is the omission to insure, addition, alteration, extension clause. Now this cover is given. Maybe there can be a addition to the structure. Maybe new construction will be there. There can be a new plant and machinery can be purchased, or furniture fixture will be purchased. But due to oversight, insured may forget to inform to the insurer that this one addition of the submission. So so what happens if there will be claim? That time we'll check the total value. In that case, what will happen? There will be under insurance. So to avoid that, what insured can do, he can opt for this add-on covers, which is called omission to insure, addition and alteration extension. Now, if he has taken that extension, there will be a 5% automatic increase in this one. So that will happen. Now, this cover again will be given for building, plant and machinery, and FFF, like fixed assets only, not for the stock. So for the stock, if there is an increase, this even this add-on cover will not increase the sum insured. Okay. Now what we do, we take 5% extra premium on sum insured in advance. Now remember, this is, please switch off the mic. Is there any doubt? Okay. So see here, I already we had seen that escalation. In escalation, what we had done, we seen that we are taking 50% of the rate on the additions. Okay, what we are doing here in the omission to insure, addition, alteration, we are taking 5% extra premium, because 5% addition will be assumed. Okay, so suppose 100 crores is the premium, 2 per mille is the rate, and insured opt for the omission to insure, addition, alteration, extension cover. What will be the premium charged to the insured? If property is of 100 crore, premium rate is of say 2 per mille, 100 crore property, 2 per mille is the rate, opted omission to insure, addition, alteration, extension, what is the total premium that will be charged to the insured?
95,000.
95,000. Okay. Any other?
25.
25,000. Okay.
5 lakh.
Any other answer?
One lakh.
1 lakh. Okay.
Lakh to GST.
1 lakh plus GST.
Just basic premium. We forget about the GST taxes. Just I'm
1
asking
lakh.
basic premium.
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
5 lakh.
Oh. Okay. Now see, what is my sum assured?
Is 100 crores of 5 lakhs.
100 crores. Okay. What is the rate?
2 per mille.
2 per mille.
2 per mille is the rate. Okay. So by percent it comes to it is 100 crores, na? So like it will come 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Correct? 20 lakhs is my basic premium. Okay. But for the this extension, I will take 5% rate. So either I will take 5% rate or I will charge 5% extra premium. Both are the one and only same.
Yeah.
So it was 20 lakhs. On 20 lakhs, 5% is how much? 1 lakh. 1 lakh. So 21 lakhs will be the total premium. So 21 lakh will be the total premium. Understood? I charged 5% on the premium. Instead of that, you can take a 5% rate also. Rate was 2%. So 2 per mille. So what will be the 5% of 2 per mille? 0.01 per mille. Correct? That will charge on the 100 crore. And that will be.
Sir, but in the slide you have mentioned that premium at 5% of the sum insured.
Yeah. So sum insured is how much?
So 100 crore, 5%.
Yeah, total sum assured. 100 crore is the sum assured.
5% means 5. It will come more, no?
100 crore. See, 100 crore on that. Yeah, for premium at the rate 5% of sum assured. But at the rate that is not a premium rate actually. That is 5% of the rate actually. We'll take 5% of the rate.
So here it is mentioned wrongly, sir.
Yeah. Actually, it will be a 5% on rate, because for that that much extra sum assured he is taking, na. So we will taking 5% this one on the entire this one. Okay. So we'll take that. But is that concept is clear by this one? By the example?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here one more thing is there. Suppose there is no addition, so he is even eligible for the refund of the premium, because there was he anticipated, but there was no addition. So what we'll do? He can ask for the refund, but he should inform us within 30 days of the expiry of the policy. If he is informing after that, then there will not be a refund of the premium. Okay. Next is a spoilage material damage. It can be given for biscuit or bread factory. Chemical factory, this cover is not given for spoilage material damage. Here, loss of stock in process and damage to machinery, containers and equipments will be covered under this one. What happens? Suppose there is a damage to the machinery. In that, suppose maybe in particular process, I had given one example there where there is a continuous process. That one process is dependent on the other one. So in particular, if in particular machinery, maybe due to damage to the machinery, that is stuck. So the loss due to the same to that stock specifically, that will be covered under this one if it is spoiled by that damage. Okay. Then temporary removal of stock. If 10% of total sum assured for fabrication, processing, or finishing, then it will be covered. But again, there will be a pro rata condition of averages applicable. Okay. Suppose we have insured suppose there is one factory of clothes. Okay. Which is having a sum assured of 100 crores for the stock. Now, stock of say 15 crore was removed to the maybe job workers premises or some other premises, which is not covered by us for the fabrication, maybe for some other processes. So if there is a loss of say 6 crores, how much is the payable? How much loss is the payable? I'm giving you the sum again. Sum assured 100 crore, removed stock 15 crore, loss 6 crore. How much is the payable?
6 crore.
6 crore is payable. Any other?
6 crore.
6 crores. Okay. Now I will give you options also. One is 10 crore. Second is 4 crore. Third is 15 crore. Fourth is 6 crore. How much will it be payable?
14 crore.
14 crores. Okay. 14 crore is not an option actually, but okay.
Please repeat the question. 100 crore is the
sum assured 100 crores. Okay. Stock removed for processing or finishing is 15 crore. Loss of stock at that premises by 6 crore. What is how much loss is payable?
4 crore.
4 crore, sir. 4 crore.
4 crore. Because here pro rata condition will be applied, because how much stock can be removed maximum?
10 crore.
10%.
10%. That is a 10 crore. But how much is removed?
15 crore.
15 crores. Okay. So 2:3 is the ratio, pro rata condition if you see. So for 6 crore will pay how much?
4 crore.
4 crore.
4 crore. Okay. So that will be there. Understood this one? So that this is a, because only 10% can be removed, not more than that. So we'll apply, if more than that is removed, then product condition will be applicable on the same. Next one is a leakage and contamination. Basically, leakage and contamination can happen for oils and chemicals. Here, either leakage and contamination, both covers can be taken, or only leakage cover can be taken, not only contamination. Okay. Here, accidental leakage and contamination from container only for oils and chemicals is there. So, suppose there is a leakage. So, either they can cover the leakage, or due to that leakage, in the result of the same, if contamination also happens. When what is a contamination? Any foreign objects is coming under contact. Suppose there is a some sand is there, or some dust is there. Something is coming under after that leakage, and due to which that stock is of no use, or stock is means we cannot use it later. So then again, that due to that contamination, again loss is exceeded. So both the covers can be, if both are taken, then for that contamination will also be paid. Okay. Then loss of rent clause, additional expenses of rent. Alternate accommodation should be in the same city. Then only, suppose there is a loss due to fire or some peril, and due to which we have to find some another location. So here what happens, alternative for the alternate accommodation, that if this add-on cover is taken, that will be taken. Now here owner can take contents and building, but tenant can take cover only for the content, because building is rented, no? So that's why he cannot cover the loss of rent, this one or this additional expenses cost for the building. Now here sometimes they ask for the indemnity, how much can be taken. Even now last year, this year only, in scale 1 to 5 examination also this question was there. So minimum or maximum, this is also actually this is a simple question, but sometimes they ask such a simple question also. So maximum indemnity period is 36 months and minimum indemnity period is 3 months. They can give you another, maybe this is for this to this month he was there, so how much is rent is payable likewise. Now here one is loss of rent clause, or second is additional expenses of rent. What does it means? It is another add-on cover. In first add-on, actual rent, because that is lost, that's why that is payable. In second, it may happen that in certain condition that rent is means not payable to the owner. If rent is not payable in case of non-occupancy, so that time what will we pay? We will pay only the difference. Suppose the premises which got fire was having rent of say 10,000 per month, and the place where we have which we have taken on the rent subsequent to the fire is having rent of 15,000. So we will pay 5,000 per month for the additional. So minimum for the 3 months and maximum for 36 months, that indemnity can be given, and only for the non-industrial risk, not for the industrial risk. Okay. Next is the startup expenses. The policy is extended to cover startup cost necessarily and reasonably consequent upon loss or damage by this policy. So that which is reasonably and necessarily required, that will be paid if this add-on cover is given. Otherwise, this is a exclusion which we have already seen. Shall I continue for some time, or can we take it tomorrow? Is it fine to at least continue for the floater declaration and this 3 policy? Shall I cover? Are you okay with it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think I will just cover these 3 policies, and then tomorrow we'll continue for the remaining. Okay. Now SFSP we have seen. Now we will see the floater policy. What does floater policy means? If there are more than one location, there is more than one location. And there can be different sum issued at the different location. So, but that insured doesn't know that at the time clause wherever how much location how much will be the sum assured at each location, but he is aware of that. Yes, my total sum assured at all location will be say 100 crores or 50 crores. So he can say that he can take this floater policy. So he doesn't require to mention sum assured against each location. He will give a one sum assured for all the location. For such a policy which charge 10%, that is a floater extra. Is there an exception that which don't charge a floater extra in a floater policy? Do you know that? Is floater in floater policy, floater extra is always charged? Is it? Or there is any exception? Do you know that? Okay. See, actually, basically, such a policy is taken when locations are at different places, different cities, maybe Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Delhi, Kolkata, like different places. So then we charge it. But in same compound, if it is at same compound, then we will not charge the floater extra. If it is at same compound. If it is in same city but different location, then also we'll charge the floater extra. But only for the same compound, this exception is given. We don't charge the floater extra. So 10% this one charge. Unspecified locations are not covered. We'll cover only the specified location and we charge the highest rate. Okay. Now the example is given here. See, there are 3 locations. Their fire rate is given, UQ rate is given, STFI rate is given, terrorism is given. So can you tell me this? Suppose there is a sum assured is of say 100 crores. What will be the premium? Can you tell? How? What will be the premium rate? First, tell me the premium rate. What will we take?
Oh.
Total premium rate, including UQ, STFI, terrorism.
4.45.
4.45.
4.45 is the rate. Correct. Will we take 15 paisa for the UQ or 50 paisa for the UQ?
15 only.
Only 15?
Depends on
4.895.
4.88.
What will be the this one?
4.895.
With
4.895.
895.
For location 1.
4.88 it is.
It is 4.88.
8 plus 10%.
Because we take, yes, 4.88 is the rate. Everybody understood how rate arrived?
Highest rate. We take highest rate.
Yes. See, fire highest rate is 4. EQ highest rate is 0.5. So 4.5 plus ST5 rate is 0.5. That is same for all. So 4.5 plus 15, 4.65. And then terrorism 0.23. So it is coming 4.88. Understood this one? So is it the rate we will charge? 4.88? Is it the final rate?
No, we will add 10% extra.
Correct. So 4.88 plus how much? 0.488. Correct. So that will be added, whatever will be the rate that we will charge on entire sum issue. Understood? If there is any question, just apply that rate on what? On total sum assured. We don't have done. We don't have location wise sum assured. We have total sum assured. If we have location wise sum assured, then we will take individual policies. Why we are taking floater policy? Because we don't have that individual sum assured. Okay, understood this one? So if any sum comes for the calculation of premium, can you calculate it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move forward. Now, in floater policy, there can be a question. What is the minimum sum assured required for the floater policy?
2 crores.
1 crore, 2 crore, 100 crore, No minimum sum insured.
2 crores.
No minimum sum insured
Any other?
required.
No minimum sum insured.
No minimum sum
It is
insured
just
required for
a
floater.
it is just a floater policy.
Floater policy, how much? No minimum. So remember, because this definitely ask, because to confuse us, they can ask you floater policy only, because in floater policy no minimum sum assured is given. Okay, now to remember is remember floater declaration policy. Floater declaration plus floater 0, declaration 1, and then combine 2. Likewise, you remember floater is 0, floater declaration first coming floater which is 0, then coming declaration which is 1, and then floater declaration combine 2 crores. Okay. If any question comes on this, you will not get confused. Okay. So next one is a declaration. Here 1 crore. Just now I explained. See what is the difference here. In floater we are having different locations with one sum assured, but in declaration policy there is only one location. Okay. Here also any doubt is there? Okay, so here in declaration policy there can be a question, which of the following is correct about the declaration policy. One location there can ask you in declaration policy, one location is covered. In many locations is covered. One location, many location with fluctuating sum assured is covered. What will be the answer?
One location
with
fluctuation in some.
But one
Many
location with fluctuations.
Many locations.
Many location.
Fluctuating.
Many location comes under
Floater declaration.
Floater declaration.
floater policy. In many location and fluctuating sum assured, then it will come floater declaration. So although fluctuation is not given, but only one location, because in declaration policy only one location will be covered, not many. So we will skip the many, although there is a fluctuation is there. Understood? Here stock subject to sharp fluctuation in value and quantity is covered under the declaration policy, but minimum sum assured is here 1 crore given. Okay, now there are some exclusions which is not covered under the policy. First is stock in railway sliding. Okay, because there is a impact because change in the stock due to this one. So stock in railway sliding, then stock in process is not covered, and this policy cannot be given for the short period. This you remember. This
Sir, what is the reason that these are not covered? These three things.
Now you tell me what can be the impact of stock at railway sliding? Stock in railway sliding is near that. What can be the impact?
So fluctuations can be there.
More fluctuations will be there and immediate this one. So that's why this is not covered. Stock in process. We are not covering stock in process because there it is going through the process. We are covering only the finished goods under the declaration policy, not the stock in process. And we are not giving it for the short period. Otherwise, for the short period, whenever there will be a sharp fluctuation, that time they will opt it and not for the rest. So this one. Okay, I will come later to this in this policy only. Then best of valuation will be highest value of stock on any day of the month or average of value at risk on each day of the month. So either they have to declare the highest value of the month. Maybe say now in this month, say 1st October to 31st of October. On 1st October, the stock value was 1 crore. 2nd October 2 crore, 3rd October 50 lakhs, 4th October say 5 crore. Accordingly, whatever is the highest highest value of the stock on any day, that they can declare, or they can declare the average of all the days. Okay, so that they can declare. When they have to declare it, is there any limit to declare this? Is there any
last
limit
day
to
of last day of the consequent?
Correct. If they have not declared on the last day of the consequent month, then
Sum insured.
Sir, previous sum, highest sum, whatever the sum insured is, that we declared that.
correct. We will consider the total sum insured as a declaration. Okay. Secondly, suppose it may happen that sum assured is declared less than what should be. Then what will happen?
Take the minimum sum insured.
No. Sum assured declared is less than whatever. Suppose
Under insurance
is considered.
Under insurance is considered. Correct. There can be a question like say sum assured is 100 crores. Stock declared for the month of September is say 50 crore. Loss is of 60 crore. When checked, it was found out that in the month of September, sum assured was 100, say 60 crore. Or I'm just changing the example for the say sum assured is 100 crore. Stock declared for the September is 20 crore. Actual stock in September was 40 crore. Loss is of 60 crore. How much is payable? How much is it is payable?
30 crore.
30 crores.
30 crores.
Everyone agree with this, or any other answer is there?
30 crores.
Correct. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. 30 crore is the correct answer because he declared only 50%. So we'll pay only 50% of the loss. So we'll pay only 30 crores. So this is correct. Now, what if suppose this one now loss is on today. What is the today's date? So suppose there is a loss today and there is a no declaration on September till date. What will we do? Will we not apply under insurance, or will apply under insurance? What will you do? And if apply, how it will be done? What will you do in such a case? There is a no declaration for September on today. What will you do in such cases?
We'll take the minimum sum insured.
Minimum.
Take the
what is minimum sum
100
insured
crore
here?
sum insured is considered.
We will take sum insured as 100 and under insurance will not apply.
Sum insured.
Okay.
Sum insured.
Any other? No. This is absolutely wrong.
The previous
Because
declaration.
correct, because see, for the September today, their declaration the limit means when he has to declare it till the last date of the following month. Okay, so it is not a last day of the following month. He has the chance to declare till 31st October. So we will not take the full sum assured. What we will consider? We will consider the previous one, means August declaration. If in August declaration is correct, then claim will settle at the full. If it is not correct, then under insurance will be applied. If there is no declaration for August also, then we'll take full sum insured like this. Okay, understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Huh? Okay, so if there is no declaration, but you should remember whether date of the declaration is passed or not. If not passed, then what will you do? We will consider the previous declaration. Okay. And here we'll take a market value declaration and settlement. On market value only declaration will be done, and settlement will be done accordingly. So they should consider it. Now here for adjustment, if there is a no declaration, we will consider sum assured. We already tell delay declaration. We'll consider sum assured. Means suppose for the even here again question comes. Say suppose September declaration is not done, but for the October, for the August, they have declared 50 crore on 15th of October. 100 crore is a sum assured. Okay, 100 crore is a sum assured. On August, declaration is done on 15th October as 50 crore. There is a no declaration for September as on last date, which is says maybe 29th of October. So what will be the sum assured considered here? How pro rata will be seen? For August we are looking. So what will be the sum assured for the August? What will be the sum assured for the August? Yes.
100 crore.
100 crore. Why?
So because it is declared in October. Last
right.
day.
It is delayed declared. It should have been declared up to 30th September. Okay. Next, over declaration. If over declaration is there, suppose sum assured is 100 crore and he has declared 120 crore, then what we will take? We'll take 100 only. We will not take more than that because sum assured. Yes, our risk is up to 100 crore, so we will not take 120 crore. And minimum retention is a 50%. What does it mean? See, in a declaration policy, at the end of the year, we calculate all the declaration, take an average, and on that basis, if sum assured is less, then we will refund the premium. But while refunding the premium, we will keep minimum 50%. Okay. Now I will give you one example. You just tell me the answer. These are the declaration. Sum assured is 100 crore. Premium is 1 per mille. Declaration are 50, 30, 10, 80. Not declared 90, 10, 10, 200, 10, 20, and 30. Now tell me, what will be the refund? Can you calculate this? Can you calculate, or shall I show you? Shall I show?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, although declaration is 50, so first we have to see what is the sum assured here. Okay. Now, declaration is 50, so we'll take 50. For 30, we'll take 30 only. Sum assured is 100 crore, na? So for 30 crore, we'll take 30 crore. For 10 crore, we'll take, you just tell at least. For 10 crore, we'll take 10 crore. For 80 crore, we'll take
80 crore.
80 crore.
80 crore. For non-declaration, we'll take
100 crore.
100 crore. For 90 crore,
90 crore.
90. For 10,
10.
10. For again 10, we'll take 10. For 200,
100 crore.
we'll take 100. For 10, we'll 10. For 20, 30, we'll take same. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we'll add this together, then it becomes 540. Okay. And if we take an average, then average sum assured comes how much? 45. 5. Okay, 45 crore. So shall we refund for 55 crores?
No, minimum retention is 50.
Minimum retention is 50%. So at least we will take premium of 50 crores. So 50 on 50 crore, rate is 1 per mille. So it will come 5 lakhs and will refund them 5 lakhs. Understood this case?
Yes, sir.
Now in this case only, suppose that your total is coming 720. How much will be the refund?
Pro rata basis.
How much will be the refund? I'm asking. Just tell me. Now I already told you that all declaration your sum is coming 720 crore total.
50%.
50% refund.
28%.
Any other answer?
4 lakhs will be the
4 lakhs will be the refunds. Okay. Any other? Now, if 720 is there, that means what is the average?
150.
Yes. How much? What is the average?
60.
60. So 60 crore is the sum assured. Okay. Which is obviously more than 50%.
Yes.
So we will retain 60% of premium and refund 40%. What is the premium? Total premium? 10 lakhs is the total premium. So as you correctly said, refund will be how much? 4 lakhs. I hope it is clear. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Clear now? Okay. So if it is more than 50%, we will keep that much and refund remaining. If it is less than 50%, we will keep minimum 50%. Okay. Premium, I told, I already calculated premium before calculating declarations. I applied that premium rate 1 per million on 100 crores, which was 10 lakhs. So accordingly, you can refund it. Okay. So the main thing is, if non-declaration, you take full sum assured. If late declaration, I have not taken late declaration here. So if late declaration, take full sum assured, and if more than the sum assured, then take full sum assured. For remaining, you can take actual sum assured. Okay. Now one more example is there, as I already explained one. So I am not explaining this one. On PPT, you can see even that calculated also how much you have to do. In late also how to treat this. If there is a 0, then how much will take?
0.
If there is a 0, then we'll take 0. Don't take full sum assured. If 0, that means there was no stock in that month. Okay. So if there's a 0, don't take 100. Maybe you get confused that if there is a 0, you will take 100 for that also. For 0, we are not taking 100. We are taking 0 only. Okay. Next. Now calculation of provisional premium and refund of premium. Same. This sum is there. So I already explained. Now last I'm taking floater declaration policy for the day. Then we'll see tomorrow. Now in floater declaration, we have already seen that now floater declaration is having features of both floater policy also and declaration policies. What is the main feature of floater policy? What is the main feature of floater policy? Various locations. Many locations. Okay. And what is a feature of declaration policy?
Fluctuations in stocks.
Fluctuations. So here fluctuation of stock at various locations will be there. Okay. So it is a combination of these two policies, but here minimum 2 crores is the sum assured. Now you just see this example. In this example, suppose it is a floater declaration policy in this example. Now tell me what will be the refund here. Take this same example.
8 lakhs.
2 lakhs. 2 lakhs will be the refund.
2 lakhs.
2 lakhs will be the refund.
Correct. 2 lakhs will be refund. Why?
80% is we have
80% is retention.
80% is the retention. Correct. So I think it is clear to everyone. Correct. The same example is there, but just here the only difference is that in declaration we are taking 50%. In floater declaration we are taking 80%. Okay. Clear? Any doubt to anyone? Is there any doubt? Or you understood this one?
Yes,
I hope everyone has understood.
So I have a doubt. So in
Please ask.
declaration policy, we have 3 exclusions that are railway slidings and everything.
Correct,
So
correct.
the same is applicable for floater
Same
declaration.
is applicable to floater declaration because all exclusion of floater and declaration will come in floater declaration policy.
Okay, thanks.
This one. Shall I take this one also? Okay, I will take the reinstatement value policy tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow we'll see reinstatement value policy and business interruption policies, and also the new products. Okay. If you have any doubt on in today's lecture, you can ask now. Otherwise, then we can stop.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if due to fire a building is damaged and after firefighting operation, the neighboring building's boundary wall is damaged, compound wall. So, if after some time a storm comes and that wall falls down, so what will be is claim payable under fire insurance?
It is if it is within 7 days, then it will be payable. After 7 days, it will not be payable.
But
remember
it
that yes,
it fell due to storm. So, but
yeah. But if that is weakened due to the fire is we'll check the proximate cause. If the proximate cause is fire, because fire happened due to which is it weakened, and then this one so then for the 7 days we have given this condition na? Okay, other than that, if fire has no role and just proximate cause is a storm, then it will not be covered. So we have to check 2 things here: whether proximate cause is fire or not, and if proximate cause is fire, then whether it is within 7 days or not. Okay.
Okay.
Any other doubt? Or we can stop today, and we'll join tomorrow by 11. Today, I think today there is again a lecture of Kulkarni sir, no? Kaustubh Kulkarni sir of miscellaneous by evening. So you attend that today also, and tomorrow we'll meet again for the lecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good lecture, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.